to notice this bull market continue beyond Q1?
Well, we had strong starts to the year in 2011, 2012, 2010, and now 2013. So we're 4 years in a row now where we've had pretty strong starts to the year. Those other 3 years, it kind of faded, and we almost always retested where we started the year. This year is a little bit different because what happened this year was that the bond market actually sold off here in the first quarter. That didn't happen at the start of those other years. So maybe there's a little bit of a rotation going on that hadn't happened before. The economy's in better shape. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we do hit those all-time highs here soon, but also wouldn't be surprised if we then maybe begin to fade a bit and maybe go back to where we started the year.
Will dividends matter as much the rest of the year? And in terms of this rotation, since we are seeing what some believe would be a sea change, will we see a flood of money coming out of bonds into stocks for the rest of the year? Or are we still going to see some hesitation on that front?
Well, we've already seen, so far this year, I just did a quick count, 9 of the first 12 weeks of the year we've seen inflows into equity mutual funds. That's a pace we haven't seen in many, many years, if at all. So some of that is that rotation we talked about, but I think the dividends that you mentioned earlier is also part of it. People now know what their dividends are going to be taxed at. They didn't know that at the end of last year. They didn't know it through all of last year. A lot of uncertainty there. Now that people know what their dividends are going to be taxed at, that's sort of a safe first step from cash, maybe into dividend-paying stocks. Maybe it's gold, maybe it's some other precious metal. But people are beginning to make that rotation, and having that certainty around dividend taxation, I think, is helping them push into sectors like consumer staples and into healthcare and into some of the other higher dividend-paying sectors.